Hello, fellow compatriots, and welcome to another review. This is your host, Chibichan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Toa Hagah. Now, before we get into articulation and functions, let's figure out how tall these guys actually are. Toa Gaaki stands roughly about 9 inches tall, and the centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Toa Boomunga stands roughly about 9 inches tall, and the centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Toa Hagah Pouks stands roughly about 8¼ inches tall, and the centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Toa Hagah Kualus stands roughly about 8¾ inch tall, and the centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Now, to start things off, let's go ahead and take a look at the second in command, Toa Hagah of Earth, Boomunga. Now, he has a ball joint over here, a ball joint over here, a ball joint up over here. However, it's limited in the forward direction due to this thigh armor. Ball joint over here, ball joint over here, ball joint over here, and as you expect, 9-degree bend. And also with these shoulders, you get a full rotation. That's right, a full rotation. And they hold out just fine, thanks to a ball joint. And you get a little slightly higher than a T-pose, which is good. And if you want the arm any higher, you just rotate it slightly, and then there you go. And a ball joint at the head as well, and due to how it's situated, you get a lot of range with that as well. Now, each of these Hagah have a particular theme. So there's a little bit of rock raiders inspired with this, with the black, the brown, and the metallics. I couldn't incorporate green because guess what? It's a Hagah. You know, a Toa Hagah no less, so can't really integrate too many colors into this build due to that. So I kept it with the brain stock with the green for Rock Raiders. But other than that, yeah. And I could have put a drill on him, but I kind of like these better. I think they look nicer than a drill, honestly. Now, time for... Oh, and this is what he looks like in the back. He kind of has like a backpack of sorts, and you can swing and swing his arm as well, and it stays in place. So yeah, that's a plus over the originals right then and there. And I believe this is a Kanohi Road made by Gaaki. I'm not so sure, it just looks cool, so I put it on him. And now for the most respected member, here is Toa Gaaki. Has a ball joint over here, 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 a ball joint at the head, and same on the other side. Now, knees, they got almost a full curl, you know, basically a full curl. You know, might as well give it to her. Got plenty of forward due to this connection, and you know the rest. And with the shoulders, you get up this far, so slightly more than Boomunga. And you got a full rotation there, and also these move to compensate for the movement. So you got a lot there, and also a full curl. And yes, this is 3D printed. Now, I know that Gaaki is supposed to have a mask of clairvoyance, but you know what? But in canon, even though Toa Hagah Norik has a mask of regeneration, it's actually not a a Mask of Regeneration, even though it looks like it. So, Gaaki, I gave her an Evoke because guess what? You got the vents over here, vents over here, vents over here, you know, and it has a round aesthetic, you know, so that flows well nicely with the build. And not only that, but if you take out like the swooping back picks that the Evoke has, you basically got a mask of psychometry already. If you look at the now canon mask of psychometry, of which Helrix wears. So yeah, so it works. It works. And this is what she looks like in the back. And of course, she is left-handed. I thought it would be unique because, like, instead of having everyone be right-handed, have Gaaki be the only one that's left-handed. Because, funny story, I'm also left-handed. Even though I eventually learned to use my right hand, so I can go left or right now. So hooray for that. Thank you, school. Yeah. Now, for my personal favorite, Toa Hagah Pouks. This is my boy. My boy. Now, it was hard to build this because lack of Mata Brown. But since his Rahaga form had Mata Brown, it's like, okay, you need to have Mata Brown. So I gave him Mata Brown. So let's go ahead and straight into articulation with this guy. Bull joint over in the ankle. You get forward this far, back this far. You got plenty of rotation and plenty of tilt as well. Knees. They bend only this much. Default state, bent state. So not a lot of range, but hey, it's fine. And a bull joint over on the hips, you get a lot of range there. That's no problem at all. Now for his arms, got a full rotation. And yes, you saw that there. And you can T-pose as well. And yes, he has a pipe connecting it just so that when he goes ahead and throws a punch, the pipe's pumping a little extra juice, you know, so that he can do a lot of damage. And the elbows, oh, they can only curl in so much. They can only curl in so much because molding. But yeah. And bull joint at the wrist, bull joint at the head. Now, the head doesn't have a lot of articulation, a lot of free movement due to the shoulder pads. Shoulder pads kind of get a little bit in the way. But you know what? He's buff. He's thick. He has a freaking drill at the end of his staff. I ain't complaining. He looks cool. I kind of got carried away with him because I love him so much. And yeah. Also, Tarakava. Tarakava. That's part of the inspiration of this guy's Tarakava. All right. Now, for Toa Hagah. Kualus. Now he has a bull joint over here, 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 and the elbows only bend 90 degrees. And also he has full rotation at the shoulder. They go all the way out. It's slightly Metru styled shoulder due to like the round bit here. You even got the pistons. Now you're probably wondering. Because this is probably the weirdest one of the bunch due to the amount of colors on this guy. He's Ice Planet themed because I like Ice Planet, so I made him Ice Planet themed. And all right, sorry for the video cut there. But anyways, you're probably wondering why the different types of gold. Mainly because one, I kind of like this pick, and two, I wanted to make it have a little bit of asymmetry going on with this build. And have it look like as if it's weathered slightly, like this armor slightly weathered, which this definitely gives the illusion if you look at this, you know, and over in the back here as well. So I think it works pretty well for a weathered look. And of course, he has a bigger gear in the back, so he can do a lot with his pickaxe, as you can clearly see. Do a whole lot. So yeah, and also he wears this mask because it looks cool, and the orange eyes because Ice Planet. So yeah. Now that is about it. So let's go straight into size comparisons. Here they are with good guy, the Chads of Chads. He will be your husband. Whoop. Here they are with bad guy, and he will kill your husband. Whoop. Here they are compared to Toa Tahu, Toamata Tahu, rather. Here they are compared to a Nika build, so you get an idea how tall they are compared to a Nika build. Here they are compared to Kapaka, Master of Ice. Whoop. And lastly, but not least, here they are compared to Norik and Aruni. So there you go. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what did I make them so different from the actual Hagah? Even though technically not really, especially with the arms. One, the arms were a bit limited in their time, and admit it, fellow compatriots, admit it. You have been craving for more articulated arms for ages when it comes to these Metro builds, so don't come barking up my tree. But anyways, so there has been a lot of debate, especially when it comes to like the designs of the actual two Hagah sets, the represented meaning of their part usage and stuff like that. Like, but here's the thing though. Like, even though some people would be like, oh, okay, since Norik uses Gali Nuva's weapon, that must mean that the opposite element to fire would have like a fire tipped staff or something like that, or probably use it for Gaaki if you really wanted to, instead of Kualus. So they would go with that train of thought. But here's the thing though, I don't think there was actually that much meaning behind the actual parts being used, aside from the metallic colors. If anything, it was whatever looked coolest. Think about it. The staff is round. His shoulders are round. The mask is round. There's a roundish nature with the Matoran torso piece. You know, while still retaining the gribbliness. Even Aruni, pointy mask, pointy staff tip. So, you know, it just whatever looked cool. So that's what I went with my Toa Hagah. I made whatever I thought would be cool and fun and hip and cool with the kids, if you know what I'm saying. If they really wanted to, instead of us getting the silver Metru shoulders, they went with this instead of the silver Metru shoulders. They could have like Aruni, except come in silver. They could have, but they didn't. Why didn't they? Probably because it would look cooler. That's all his opinion, and also because they had already silver and it would be easier to make, I guess. I don't know. But yet again, that doesn't make sense either, because the only thing you had to do is just put the plastic in the machine and then there you go. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically my thought process with it. With the Toa Hagah and how I made them the way they are. It's just like, I just did whatever would look cool. And I think I did a good job. Anyways. Whoop. Anyways. If you like this video, why not leave a like? And if you want to go ahead and see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. But anyways, that is all for this video. If you want to go ahead and follow me on any social media outlets, be sure to do so. Links in the description down below. And I believe that's it. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys, and happy Metro March.